everyone. Welcome back to the VMP Performance YouTube channel. My name is Michelle. I'm a calibrator here at VMP Performance, and today I want to walk you through the tuning process using the HP Tuners RTD interface. When you open the box, you'll find the RTD module and a cable. As you can see, it's not a normal access port. It doesn't have a screen or the capability of holding tune files. It's meant to act as a pass-through from a laptop to the vehicle. Some of the most common vehicles that we offer tuning support for through the RTD interface is the 20-up GT500, the 18-up supercharged vehicles, 18-up IMRC deleted vehicles, 15 to 17 Roush calibrated vehicles, and the Boss 302 vehicles that want to retain the track key. Now that you know what this is and what we use it for, let me show you how the tuning process looks. So when you order a VMP Tune and fill out the tune order form, we'll send you an email instructing you to download the RTD Flasher software and to pull the stock file. The first step to pulling the stock file is connecting a battery tender. Once you've downloaded the RTD Flasher software and connected your battery tender, you're ready to come to the vehicle to start pulling the stock file. First things first, let's get our device connected to our laptop and to the vehicle. Something to note about the Roush vehicles that have active exhaust, you're going to need to unplug the pass-through from the OBD2 port before you connect your RTD. Once connected, you'll open up your RTD Flasher software and turn the key on, but don't start the engine. We also recommend turning off all accessories, including the AC, the lights, and radio. Now we can start the reading process. First, you'll resync the device by clicking Help, Resync Interface, and once it's done, you'll see Resync completed. Next, you click the Read Vehicle button, which is seen with the green up arrow. This process will look a little different for the 20-up GT500s and control pack vehicles. But for anything else, just click Read, and it'll begin the process. During this process, you'll see a lot of lights on the dash and hear some sounds, but it's nothing to be alarmed about. Just let it happen. Once the reading process has completed, it'll prompt you to save the file. I recommend saving the file on the desktop in a folder labeled VMP Tuning. And I'd save the file named as stock file with your name. Once that file is saved, you should send that email as a response to the email chain with your calibrator. When reading a 20+ GT500, you're going to want to read the TCM and the ECM separately. So you'll click Gather Info, and you'll see the TC298B, ECM, and the TRC75 TCM. We're going to read the ECM first, so we'll click Do Not Read under TCM, and then begin the reading process. Once the ECM file has been read and you've saved it, now you do the opposite. You select Do Not Read under the ECM and Read Entire under the TCM, and begin the read process again. Once you've saved both of those files, you can get them sent over to your calibrator, who will send the file back to you. You can expect to receive your tune file back within 3 to 5 business days. Then we can proceed to the next step of flashing the tune file to your vehicle. Once you have the tune file downloaded and saved to your computer, you'll want to come back out to the car where we have our battery tender set up and the cable connected. You can open up the tune file in RTD Flasher by going to File, Open, and selecting the tune file that was sent to you by your calibrator. You'll need to turn the key on, engine not running, and make sure all of the accessories are turned off, and then we can begin flashing the vehicle. First, you'll resync the device by clicking Help, Resync Interface, and once it's done, you'll see Resync completed. Next, you can begin riding the vehicle by clicking the red down arrow and selecting Write Entire. Do not select Write Calibration because it will not work. And begin riding. Again, there will be lights on the dash and sounds coming from everywhere, but it's totally normal, don't panic. And then you just wait for the flashing process to complete. At the end of the flashing process, you'll get a prompt telling you to turn the ignition off, wait 3 seconds, turn it back on, and then click OK. And then the riding process has been completed. You're good to start the engine and enjoy your newly tuned vehicle. If you're interested in learning about the data logging process, keep watching. Now that you have the VMP Tune loaded and you've made sure everything is mechanically sound, we can talk about data logging. Let me show you what that process looks like. When you request data logging information from VMP, we'll send you an email that includes your user OS ID, a configuration file, and instructions to download VCM Suite. After you've downloaded the configuration file and VCM Suite, you'll want to open the program called VCM Scanner. This is the data logging software we're going to use. Once you have VCM Scanner open, it should look something like this. Now we can start actually preparing to data log. You'll want to connect your cable to your car and to your laptop like you did previously, and turn the key on. Then you'll want to connect to the vehicle. You can do so by clicking this little car button. It'll start gathering the vehicle information, and you'll see a progress bar go across the screen. Once complete, you'll see the other car button pop up, and you'll actually need to disconnect the vehicle, even though that seems counterintuitive. Next is where your user OS ID comes in handy. Go to the Vehicle tab, Vehicle Profiles, and click Vehicle Profile Editor. You'll need to input your user OS ID exactly how it came in the email, including the .h32 at the end. Close, and then reconnect to the vehicle like so. Finally, you can load the configuration file that you downloaded from the email. If the user OS ID was set successfully, you should see all of the parameters in black with no grayed out links. Then you can actually start recording the data log by clicking the Start Scanning button, and then start the vehicle. Once you've performed the data logs that have been requested by your tuner, you'll stop the data log by clicking Stop Scanning, save the data log file. When naming the data log file, I encourage you to include the fuel type and your name in the file name. Send those data logs over to your VMP calibrator and we'll let you know the next steps. We hope to hear that this video has helped you navigate the tuning process. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.